This, I just started again now. Attachment.
Yeah, standard. You can't see it there, but that's got the original saddle plate over the top of the carry fuel strap that hasn't been welded on. Yeah, this is dressed down to fit tightly on the. Of course, everything is corroded and dirty now. It needs to be cleaned up properly.
Yep.
No step here.
Yeah.
There is a rib in there, and I recommend this is covered in plywood. This is 2mm ply here. Probably you could take it back to the trailing edge in case you slip getting in.
But this should read the ne pas marcher.
Should? Yeah. Yes.
Javelin, talk to me.
Well, it's just to prevent an oscillation on the wires. You can leave this one free because this allows you to alter your washout. So you could just attach it on the first three here.
Until it's actually trimmed in.
Well, even then you could just cut it off there and leave this one free. But it doesn't tend to oscillate.
But it's cuter when it's longer, the javelin.
Yeah. Yeah. You can still adjust even with the javelin on, but I mean the best thing to do would be just to cut the twine there. And
yes.
alter it and then retie it.
And this is just a solid oak type thing, I guess?
Just it's a piece of dowel rod, that's all.
Yeah, pine or just whatever?
Commercial, yeah, anything.
Whatever it was, I guess.
And there's a slight cutaway there, so these actually run through it rather than
just
being tied to it. But actually tying it is perfectly good.
So, but the small notch in tying is what? Is like a ripcord, the cord for the...
Well, that's right, but because the wires aren't all absolutely in line, because of the different heights of those two pickup points, then if you line these three up, this one won't actually fit. So that's why it's on top, rather than in the center line.
Yes. And do you put some kind of glue on top of the...
I probably just doped over it, I can't remember now.
Very good.
It's 25 years ago nearly.
25 years ago. Aluminum.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a special...
Yes, that's my special special glove there. Keep the bugs out. Remove before flight.
Yeah, let me show it to me. Show me this, please. And talk to me. Yep.
Well, it's got a series of little holes, about 32nd or smaller, drilled into the blind end here for the static pressure. Dynamic pressure's here. Goes into a block, which could be micarta or even MDF. And then it's
even MDF,
okay. Could be, yeah. And then 90-degree channel cut there for both, and vents to the airspeed indicator. This is just screwed on. The strut's okay to take it, you know.
Yep.
They don't want to be too long, these screws.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a hollow box interplane strut with a hardwood rail across the top with the grain running horizontally.
Yes.
And then there's corner blocks here, two little launch rings, and there's a kind of center block here as well. Because it's in compression anyway.
Yes.
So it doesn't need to be anything more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the remove in flight.
Yeah.
And this shackles.
Yeah.
Oh, is that an E minor?
That's about it, yeah. And
oh, that is a G though.
that's it. G string with it.
Oh.
That's a minor key. Yeah. In flight, this tightens up quite a lot. But I mean, if it oscillated like that, it would need about another half turn or something on the end of the turn button.
What do you do about tension? Do you actually use a tension meter?
No, I don't. I simply tighten it up the way I think it should be. I check the incidence angles, the dihedral angles and so on, and give it a half turn for luck and see how we go. Ground running, I'll tell you.
Okay, say that again. Slow, non-Welsh type. I like it. You put it where you want it to be.
You put it
angle incident.
Well, first of all, you jack the thing up on the bottom wing. Then you offer the top wing down to it with a strut attached. Connect all the wires up. These will be tensioned up anyway because you're taking the weight off the trestle. So then these will be slack. So you tension these up, watching out for any change of incidence and so on, because you've got an incidence gauge to go underneath the wing and the dihedral gauge. And you basically don't over tighten them. Then when you're ground running it, you can check for any ground resonance through the wire. And
And you would check out this how?
How, well, you don't want it over tight, basically, that's all you want it. And then you fly it, basically.
Because this one seems to be a lot tighter for some reason. I guess it doesn't matter much, is it?
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is the way it's rigged. Presumably, when you tension that one to get the washer right, these all change anyway. So you have to just work through them, one side at a time, until you've got them about right. Now, just to check the other side and make sure the wires are about the same. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You bring the other time there.
It does sound like the same.
Yeah, it's a big mistake to have them over tight because then you're putting a strain, you're building a strain into the airplane even before it takes the weight in flight.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That's the Arctic Renaissance Abteilung badge from the Greenland expedition in the book. This is from the Siberian Eagle. Well, this is from the book I was writing called The Siberian Eagle, which is the second book in the series, the first one being the Baltic Falcon. And this aeroplane is part of a expedition to the Arctic, which is a cover expedition to look for the Romanov gold, which is buried in a sunken barge in the Ob River estuary under the permafrost.
The best place to store.
Absolutely,
gold.
yeah. And Anstalt für Geowissenschaftliche Forschung is the establishment for geoscientific research, which is supported by various universities and so on in Weimar, Germany. And it's all a cover for this operation to steal the gold from underneath the Bolsheviks' nose.
And I said this has the actual correct number.
Well,
Oh no,
it's
1926.
It was 1926, but everything's worn off, you see. So
It's really good. Now you just need to protect it so it stops there.
that's right. This is Starken Flugerprobung Stelle Berlin.
Say that again in a bit.
Starken Flugerprobung Stelle Berlin, which Erprobungsstelle is a test center, flight test center of Starken, Berlin. So the airplane would have been test flown at Starken, where it was actually built. Of course,
Yeah, of course.
in the old airship hangars.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 quarter bolts in the cabin.
And in gear. Is this is this fiberglass or?
Well, it was originally going to be balsa, but it was actually skinned with fiberglass on top of the tubing, and then wrapped with fabric and duct.
Fabric meaning
Yeah,
normal Dacron type?
Yeah, pink tape it is actually.
Okay, just
So
pink
it's
tape.
serrated edge to it.
And then you just, instead of doping it, you fiberglassed it with resin.
Yeah, the doping's on top actually. So the fabric's on top, the fiberglass is underneath.
Okay, yeah, fiberglass
Yeah,
and you put the pink tape just for looks,
yeah,
for the texture.
to make it look right.
Ah, smart man.
They do stiffen up the legs quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath there you can see the ochre on the port side. Yeah.
I see wheels first here. Oh, nice. I see a small Stacken logo.
Yeah, that came off Rupert's Flitzer because I had his axle. Once he put his brakes on, he had no need for that axle, so I had the axle off.
Ah.
Bought that and put the,
So this is how you lubricate the bronze,
yeah.
which is the same as mine.
Yeah.
I don't remember having a nipple there on my wheel though.
No,
I guess I need to put one.
I think it's on the drawings.
Because I have my wheel, I have my axle
Mhm.
from Ian.
Oh,
And
he didn't put a nipple on.
I'm sorry?
Did he put a nipple on?
I don't think so. But I see now it needs to, right?
Yeah, I did.
Can you wiggle the plane?
Yeah.
Is that the most you dare?
No, you know, but I don't.
Just so we can see the action.
Not much movement on it, but on the actual axle, but there's plenty of movement on the airplane.
Very nice. Okay. Very nice. Engine. Oh, I see this. Is this how it clips? No.
That's no, that's just
It's just a step
spacer,
spacer.
yeah, to
Okay.
keep, let the airflow out.
Yes.
There's about 1/3 in to 2/3 out normally on the flue flow.
So how was the? Did you make that, or you had somebody?
No, I made the jig for it, and I had somebody shape it to the jig and weld it. And then I made the louvers and the intakes and the Flitzer on here.
So how do you make the louvers?
You just cut with a saw and then tap them out gently, but I mean I could have used a guide to do them all the same because these are a little bit irregular, but not necessary. And then here's the side panels.
What about this guy?
Oh, that's just,
Same thing. You just
yeah, just cut and
you need
did
a
it
saw
and
like with a
tapped it,
Dremel
yeah.
or something.
No, I didn't even have Dremels then, it was just sandpaper,
Just a saw.
file, you know, and bent it.
And then with this guy, this one's inside as perfect. You actually bashed it.
I beat it out, yeah.
Nice.
You have to soften it as you do it. Here's another one, look. And this is actually riveted on.
Yeah.
But it's made using a mould, using expanded metal, beaten to shape, and then you push it out. I showed it on the internet actually, how to do it. It's on the
That's true. You use expanded steel, so you actually make the steel expanded first, and then you make.
But you buy the expanded steel. It's a lattice.
Yes.
And that's easily beaten to shape into an MDF teardrop, and then you layer it with masking tape so you don't damage the aluminium as you're hammering it in. And use a series of hammers, round wooden mallets and so on to shape it to the general shape, and then polish it, plenish it, keeping a nice flange on there for riveting. And that's it, basically. There was another one on there, but it was a bit small. And when we reinstalled the engine, the cable for the hot air control wouldn't run the way it did before. You see it projecting out there like that?
Yeah.
So in order to get that in, I had to put a different one on. That's all.
Okay, so that big bump
It's just for that.
just for that wire.
Yeah, to keep it flowing straight. Yeah. You know, so it didn't have too tight a curve.
Yeah.
This intake here is for the cooling sump on the VW, which I think is necessary.
Oh.
Yeah, now that baffle plate on there is designed to reduce the amount of ram air going into the intake, because it was always over-richening in flight, so I had to keep on leaning it back for the size of the engine. So this is the Ellison throttle body injector here. So this runs up to full static RPM on the ground, obviously. So I'm sure it'll fly okay with this baffle plate on. I'm hoping that it'll reduce the amount of over-richening in flight.
Okay, it hasn't been tried yet.
Not in the air.
Okay. I guess if you need more and more, you just slowly cut away at it, or actually maybe drill holes in.
I could do that, or
bigger hole.
Yeah, but it's just going in sideways at the moment, so see what happens.
And the clips I see are these floating nuts? Not even, they're just Tinnerman. Right?
Yeah, they're spar clips. Yeah.
In Canada we call them Tinnerman.
Oh, I see.
So Tinnerman or floating, if they're floating nuts.
Yeah, they're floating a little bit. Yeah, and yes, they're on most places. And some of them are just like the standard lock nuts, you see.
Awesome. Propeller?
Huh?
Propeller?
Oh yeah, there's a can foam propeller. It's pitched at 34 inches at the root and 32 at the tips. It's lost a bit of blade because I was attacked by 2 deer on takeoff and I had to go into the crop to avoid them. I cropped both propeller blade tips off. I didn't realise that because it was running still quite well, so I took off in the other direction. Now I landed at Rupert's place with Jim Cresswell and Rupert in their 2 Flitzers. The thing almost fell out of the sky because what I didn't realise is that my wheels were absolutely full of crop, so the drag was enormous on it. And anyway, we took the propeller off and reshaped the tips between us and balanced it. It balanced perfectly straight off, unbelievably, and it flew okay, so it's been like that ever since.
Very good. Equipment on here. I see baffles.
Yeah.
Baffles you made, I guess?
Yeah, they're tightly fitted on the back here, and there's a little trip inside, if I remember correctly, which deflects the airflow down between the front and rear cylinder heads as well. So you're directing.
I mean this one here. There's one here.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's half. So half goes right through, the other half goes down.
That's correct. Yep, and that seems to work quite well. And this is the hottest cylinder here, so that's got the sender on it for the cylinder temperature.
Yes. Yeah, this is awfully closed up. So where does
Well, it goes down and out. So
so you just force it to go.
yeah, to
Literally go through.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've even spotted the floor cowling here with some slots too. This one's for to get more airflow over the barrels themselves. And these two little curved cuffs are also to encourage you to go over the top and down and round. But it's sealed across the bottom, so you don't get.
This is what just this.
It's rather than having a straight line on the hard edge
Okay.
on both sides.
And it makes the air go round and down.
A little bit goes around and down, yeah. And then the rest of it then, it's prevented from, when it passes in with the sump here, there's a seal across the bottom to stop it from turbulating, that will prevent the air from sucking down. So it all comes out through the back end, out here. So heats wrap around the back of the cylinders. There's
I see.
VW ones.
No, wait a second. So wait a second. Okay, so this is the bottom here. So this is the bottom of the.
There's a plate that should be there. Yeah, there it is, you see.
Yeah.
And that stops turbulent flow then, which would prevent the flow from going between the front and rear cylinder heads.
Okay. Okay. Or else it would be turbulent air.
Yeah.
That would be not good. Okay.
Well, it would tend not to flow through then. You'd get turbulent air, hot spots and all sorts.
I see. Is this the, yeah, it sounds like the carburetor control.
Yeah. That's there. There's also coarse mixture control you can get access to using a little T-bar, which is through, I think it's that hole there.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the years since I've run this, and I'm forgetting most of it myself.
Okay.
Lead the ignition system here with the twin.
Oh, wait a second. Can we finish here?
Okay.
So what else do we have here?
Well, that's the oil cooler.
Is that this one from stock VW?
Not really sure what it's from. I think it's a standard 10-gang oil cooler used in racing and classic car.
Anyone would do, I guess.
Yeah. And you notice a little blade alongside it here? That is to prevent airflow from the exhaust flow from being taken by the helical flow around the fuselage into the cockpit.
The what? The ethical flow?
Helical flow from the carburetor, from the propeller.
Okay.
Because that rotates around the nose, and you wind up with taking carbon monoxide fumes into the cockpit.
Which would be insulting dying in open cockpit.
Indeed it would, but you can actually smell it before. So I put that blade on, that cured it completely.
So that blade, wow. Okay. So that blade here now.
Yeah. Now if your propeller goes the other way, you have to have it on the inside of the fuselage.
I see.
And you can see the result of the helical flow, because see the underside of the top wing there? It's completely clear of anything. And that side's covered in bugs and muck. That shows how the propeller sits in throwing the airflow up to the top wing in the helix.
I really do see. I hope the camera can see it. So the left side here is really dirty.
Yeah.
And this one is pretty damn clean.
Yeah. Yes.
I see.
So
what do you do about the exhaust? You make your own?
these came as VW exhaust pipes. They had to be cut and shaped, of course.
Anything special? Just cut it, weld it.
Yeah, that's it. There's an opening there, so actually one goes inside the other.
And it's not tight in there, so it's free.
Otherwise you can't
moving.
Yeah, you can't assemble it otherwise.
Yeah. And there's no clamp on it. It's just a fit, the friction.
Just bolted together.
What else we have here? These things are.
Well, it's a. I don't think no, it's not metallized. It's something interference.
Okay.
Just holds it together a bit.
Talk to me. Each piece, what they are, what do they do?
Well, these are the coils and the controllers, ignition controllers here. And there's two batteries. One's I think is 7 amp hour, and one is I think it's 5 amp hour or something like that.
And what do we have? 3. Two.
Two batteries, yeah.
Yeah, why do we have two?
Well, it's a backup, is it?
The one doesn't get used at all?
They both get used, yes, but I think one, yeah, I'm absolutely not sure about this now, to be honest with you.
So you don't select from one or the other?
No.
Okay.
And then it's a
That's the
rectifier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is a rev counter drive.
Oh, mechanical.
Yeah.
Like better mechanical, or because it weighs more?
That was what was normally used on our VW installations.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we went with, actually.
This guy, is that like pressure or what?
Oh, that was for priming it at one time. We had problems starting it, so we had various. Oh, that's a priming point. Yeah, but
Okay.
this one here is a manual priming point.
Okay.
Um,
Manual meaning that you actually undo this and.
Yeah, you pump some fuel in there.
Okay. What?
But or either that or you're squirting it into the
Mm.
intake here.
Yeah, I remember your friend doing that on the
Yeah.
video. He was squirting.
Yeah,
Here.
easy start. Yeah, but no, it's better to put neat fuel into the manifold directly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is hot.
Okay. Now about the gas.
Here, well, there's a little vent pipe on there which helps to keep some pressure in the tank.
And this is your.
Fuel indicator is simply a cork on the float.
Can I pull it up?
Yep. There's a small guide tube on that to keep it straight, otherwise it will jam and blow. And you won't know how much fuel's in there because it'll look clear on the top.
I never saw the thing about the small square on top. It's a good idea.
Well, it's sort of been falling into the tank and then
That looks pretty dry.
maybe there's no fuel in there, I don't know, I'll have to check.
But there's no, and here there's no. It's just direct. So we have a pressure.
Yeah.
We have a pressure flow going.
Mm-hmm.
It is gravity fed, but there's still some pressure
Yeah,
in the tank
that's right.
as we go in.
Well, if you didn't have it, your tank would soon starve the engine. Yeah. So eventually this could have a Hercules propeller, which might improve the performance quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does about 92 mph on that top. The climb rate's about 720 minutes now, so...
I would say again.
About 720 feet a minute is the rate of
Yes.
climb. But this is a light one. This only weighs 480 pounds empty. So it's extremely light.
And to compare, normal one
Group
is.
It's about 525, I think. It's quite a lot more, about 70, about 50 pounds or 40 pounds heavier, something like that.
It is a lot more. And what about this? What about handles here?
You can put handles on, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't thought necessary when it was built, but it's a good idea.
Well, actually, I'm about to do that. So.
One thing you want to do, make sure you don't leave these corners as sharp as that, because you can catch your head on that quite easily.
Uh-huh.
I know, perfectly well. No, I've drawn it with a curve here, but this was never made that way.
But the plan is more curved than that.
That's right, yeah.
I see.
And the view from the cockpit's quite good in all directions.
Hey, I never even thought about that. Let's do that. So the head is about.
The top of my head's about where the top of your camera is.
So a bit lower then.
Maybe. Because in flight, the nose is very slightly down. The attitude is about 1 degree nose down.
So this is the view.
Just what you want, really, because it gives you a panoramic view.
Yeah, this is neat. You get to see the view of it. You can see the Hans.
Yeah.